SportsBeat.
Thanks for watching SportsBeat on this Saturday. I'm Jeremiah Jensen, along with Spencer Linton of BYU TV Sports, making his SportsBeat debut. Welcome.
Hey, it's great to be here. And Rod Zundel enjoying sunny San Diego with Utah football at the Holiday Bowl festivities. He'll join us live shortly with the latest on the Utes bowl game prep. Plus, BYU and Utah hoops both get top 25 teams, but we begin with the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, the Jazz, we felt like they turned a corner. They won 3 of 21 after a 21-point win over the Blazers on Christmas Day. Then Thursday happened. They were dominated by the Sixers on their home court. The offense disappeared again for a long stretch, as it has at different times this season. Well, tonight the Jazz hope to get back on track against Enes Kanter and the New York Knicks, who have the second worst record in the NBA. Dante Exum, coming off a 20-point performance, says the Jazz won't panic and they'll stay the course.
Every game's important to us, and schedule hard or not, every team's an NBA team with the mentality to win every night. So, I think, we need to start, winning now. That's the focus. It's not about January's going to ease up for us. It's, we need to lock in now and make sure we're doing the right thing and protect our home court as well. That's the main thing.
So that game just underway. We'll have highlights coming up on the KSL 5 News at 10. Now to college hoops. BYU basketball in the heart of SEC country today, Starkville, Mississippi, for the final non-conference contest of the Cougar season.
Yeah, a rather large challenge for BYU on the road against 19th-ranked Mississippi State. The Cougars trying to avoid a second 3-game losing streak this season. Destination Stark Vegas. Third meeting all time between the Cougars and Bulldogs. BYU junior forward Yoli Childs showing out early. 3 for me, none for you. He had 17 points in the first half. As good as Childs was, Mississippi State was just better. Nick Weatherspoon on the other end of that alley-oop. The Bulldogs turn up the defense and go on a 13-0 run. They led by 10 at the halftime break. Childs back to work out of the break, would cut the lead to 8 early in the second half. He finished with 25, but the senior stars from Mississippi State take control from that point. Eric Holman and Quindary Weatherspoon combined for 55 points. Mississippi State eclipses the 100-point mark for the first time in 7 years. They've won 9 straight and rout the Cougars 103-81. Listen to this. BYU now 0-5 on the road this season, giving up 97 points a contest away from home. They open West Coast Conference play on Thursday on the road, JJ.
Oh, no.
How about a New Year's resolution of winning?
That would help, yeah. Better luck on the road next week. All right, like BYU, the Runnin' Utes have taken their lumps this year, and it didn't get any easier today. A young team closing out their non-conference schedule against one of the best teams in the country.
BYU knows all too well.
Yes.
Nevada.
And Utah State will soon find out.
The Wolfpack in Salt Lake City seeking a 13-0 start to their season.
Yeah, the Runnin' Utes played even with the Wolfpack in the first half. Cedric Bearfield came out on fire. He had 19 points in the first half. Both teams went back and forth. While Bearfield was getting buckets for Utah, Caleb Martin was doing the same for Nevada. Coast to coast after the steal, and he knows how to finish. One of the best players in the country. Still, the Utes only trailed by 1 at the half. Nevada opens the half, though, on a 13-3 run. Martin fueling the run with the 3-ball. Wolfpack have so many weapons. How about 7-footer Trey Porter?
That's not fair.
He makes that look easy. The Utes wouldn't go away, though. Bearfield keeps firing. He finished with a season-high 33 points, 10 of 15 from the field, 6 of 10 from 3. But Martin matched his production, 33 points for the All-American. Nevada wins by 15. The Utes open Pac-12 play Thursday at 17th-ranked Arizona State. But I don't think Arizona State is going to be ranked 17th on Monday. Why? Well, just days after knocking off #1 Kansas, the Sun Devils had a major letdown at home against Princeton. That's right, Princeton. Down 2 with 2.5 minutes left. Sebastian Much gives the Tigers a 1-point lead. So final possession, Sun Devils down 1. Rob Edwards misses the 3, but they get the rebound. They get the ball back. Remy Martin. No. One more chance. They can't get the putback to go. Oh, what an awful year for the Pac-12 so far. Princeton stuns the Sun Devils on their home floor by 1.
Is Pete Carril still coaching Princeton?
It feels like it. They do that every year. They go in and stun somebody, doing those back cuts and all that stuff that they do. It seems like they're always in the tournament, too. So
they're probably going to get back there with wins like that.
That'll help, for sure.
And while the Utes and Cougars wrapped up non-conference play, things We're getting serious for Weber State today, JJ.
Yeah, a new season. You know, the Wildcats opening Big Sky play on the road against Eastern Washington. Usually a tough place to play.
Certainly, and the Wildcats found out about that early. They had to dig themselves out of that early hold, trailing 21-8 for Cody John on the fast break. He had 19 points, caps off a 14-2 Wildcat run. Then Jarek Harding, Travian, gives Weber a 29-27 lead. All Wildcats from there. Harding again, he finished with 18 points. Solid road win for Weber, 84-72 over Eastern Washington to begin their Big Sky campaign. Southern Utah in Cedar City to begin their Big Sky rundown, hosting Montana State. First half, the Thunderbirds trailing. Cameron Oluyatan with the rebound, and he had plans to score. SUU, however, still down 14. The Bobcats would then put on a clinic. Sam Newman with the layup. Montana State winning big in Cedar, 92-62.
A big test for Mark Pope's Utah Valley Wolverines at Fresno State. Connor Toulson lays it in for the Wolverines. And then TJ Washington is going to get the steal and the layup. Back and forth most of the first half. Right now, Utah Valley up 3 just before the end of the first half. All right, that's a pretty good showing so far. Fresno State's having a good season. Coming up next, some big news for Real Salt Lake.
And we check in live with Zippy at the zoo. Rod in San Diego with Utah football.
That makes sense.
When you go to a bowl game, it's a balancing act between getting the work done and having a good time.
Yeah, the Utes taking some time to enjoy the sun in San Diego before the Holiday Bowl Monday against Northwestern. Rod has the latest live coming up next. Welcome back. The Utes preparing for a New Year's Eve bash with Northwestern in San Diego at the Holiday Bowl. Pre-game activities continuing today at the famous San Diego Zoo.
A man who works 60% of the time, all of the time. Rod Zundel is live in San Diego. Rod, how's the zoo treatment for you and the Utah football team?
Well, zoo's pretty good. This is the world-famous San Diego Zoo. We're right here by the Lion, and I always wanted to come here. Now, we didn't get to go hang out with the team, the entire team anyway, and go through the zoo. They got here about 3.5, 4 hours ago, and they still have a couple of buses here. They're still out cruising, but, you know, this is the last day of fun for the Utes. Tomorrow they're going to have a combined team luncheon with Northwestern, so they're going to take all the time they can and make sure that today's final day of fun here at the Holiday Bowl continues. How long has it been since you've been to a Hogle Zoo?
This summer, this past summer with my grandkids. Grandpas do those kind of things. That's a grandpa thing to do.
Well, the San Diego Zoo is much bigger than Hogle Zoo, but no matter the size,
ooh, I love elephants. Me and my wife really love the elephants.
It still brings out the little kid in these extra large kids of football players.
Hit a field goal over 50 yards, I'll give you the elephant celebration out there.
While the rest of the football team was scattered across the zoo, the Barton brothers, kicker Matt Gay and punter Mitch Wisnowski, got a personal demonstration.
So this one's Shadow. He's our youngster.
Yeah, those wolves, they're freaky looking.
Are you a lone wolf, or do you ride with the pack and run with the pack?
I lead the pack, come on.
Oh, is he the pack leader?
Nah, definitely not.
Who is, you?
Yeah, kicker.
What's been the most fun thing for you guys this week?
That us four got to see the wolves and the birds. That was cool.
Are you a wolf guy?
I'm a wolf guy. I like the wolves better than the ship, but the ship was cool though. I don't want to downplay that. It was a really cool experience.
But the elephants, when you see the elephants, that's what you're gonna like.
Oh yeah, definitely. Animal noise. That's as good as I got. That's as good as I got.
Ah, man, leave it to a kicker, right? Now, Matt Gay did say that if he hits a 50-yard or over field goal, he's going to bring out the elephant celebration, guys. I think that'd be a big hit for Matt Gay. He's done a lot of other things, right? Don't you think?
Yeah, Rod, you know what? I like that. That'd be a pretty good celebration. You know what? I hope I don't see you tonight or hear about you in San Diego tonight howling at the moon. That's not going to happen to you, is it?
It's a common occurrence, Jeremiah. You know.
Well, so I'm worried about you, Rod. I just want to make sure. Take it easy out there tonight.
Hey, you know what? I'll howl at anything if they let me.
I believe that. I believe that. All right, Rod. Thank you. Appreciate it. We'll see you tonight at 10.
Oh, boy. Zippy at the zoo never disappoints.
No, he delivered.
Real Salt Lake had a very busy Friday. First, they announced a multi-year contract extension for general manager Craig Weibel. It's merited. The club's win total has increased each year since he took the job in 2015. RSL also making an announcement about one of its top players.
I have a very important piece on this team long term, a piece that, among others, that we could build around.
Real Salt Lake re-signed Albert Rusnak to a multi-year contract for the 2021 season. Albert led RSL in scoring in each of the past 2 seasons. The native of Slovakia owns 17 goals and 21 assists in an RSL uniform. Not surprisingly, his head coach Mike Petke enjoying more Rusnak in his club's long-term plans.
He's a kid that is extremely talented, and he's not even at his ceiling yet.
One of the most important things about retaining a guy like Albert is how much respect and how he fits so well with Kyle and Nick and the leaders of this organization that have been here forever, will be here forever, and whenever they're not here, their names will be here forever.
So to me, it was extremely important, and it was extremely satisfying, for a lack of a better word, that we have Albert locked down for 3 years.
Yeah, it's a great deal, and it bodes well for the future as this team tries to keep that consistency and build upon what they have done last year.
Yeah,
All
right.
right.
Talk about an approachable rising star. That's the guy.
He's a great dude. Absolutely. Yeah, great guy. Time for a short break, but when we return, more college football, including the college football playoff.
Goodness, we have a few games live up to the hype. How bad has the bowl season been? Well, that catch was nice.
Yeah, but the games themselves, one blowout after another. The trend continued Saturday. Just how bad has it been? We'll show you next. All right, bowl season rolls on, and it's been rather uneventful. Of the 26 bowl games played so far, 20 have been decided by 10 points or more.
13, exactly half of those 26 have been decided by 24 or more points. Not good, JJ.
I agree. That is not good. Let's try the Peach Bowl. Michigan and Florida. Second quarter seemed close. Gators trailing by 4 when Felipe Franks keeps it on third down, 20-yard touchdown. 249 total yards for the Florida QB. 3-point game at the half. Fourth quarter, 3rd and 20. Florida goes back to the run.
Gets into the secondary on 3rd and 20 and gets into the end zone.
All of a sudden, it's 34-13 Florida. Michigan trying to spark something late. Blocks the Florida punt out of the end zone. It's a safety. Then on the Wolverines' ensuing drive, the ball is tipped and picked. It's going for 6. Another game in the bowl season that wasn't close. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with his second interception of the day. Florida wins this one 41-15.
The Virginia Cavaliers, led by longtime BYU coach Bronco Mendenhall, haven't won a bowl game since 2005, working to remove that less than desirable qualifier today against South Carolina in the Belk Bowl. First quarter, qualify this. Virginia's Bryce Perkins finds Olamide Zaccheaus for an early Virginia lead. That combo seems to work nicely, so let's do it again. Perkins to Zaccheaus in the third quarter, 21-0 Virginia. Fourth quarter, I sense a trend. Perkins, Zaccheaus, the hat trick for the senior receiver. Who's rising? Bronco earns the Gatorade bath. Virginia wins 28-0. They end the 13-year bowl skid and hand the Gamecocks their first shutout in 12 years.
Look at Bronco having fun.
Smiling Bronco.
Not used to seeing that. Here's a rare close bowl game for a change. Arizona Bowl, Arkansas State, Nevada. Just over a minute to play. Nevada down 7-3. Ty Ganji to Ben Putnam, 44 yards down to the 1. They would punch it into the next play for a 3-point lead. Arkansas State on for a game-tying field goal. Freshman kicker Blake Group was 0 for 2 on the day, but he hits this when his time expires.
Clutch.
We're going to overtime. Free football. Arkansas State kicked a field goal. Nevada has to answer.
3rd down 7. Ganji with time. Short throw. It's caught. And he leaps and he's in. Touchdown.
All right, the Wolfpack get the win for the Mountain West in the Arizona Bowl, 16-13. Did the College Football Playoff Committee get it right? Notre Dame was undefeated or were they better than Georgia?
Oh, the doubters have been out in full force.
I'm one of them.
And the Irish had a chance to prove them and JJ all wrong against Clemson in the Cotton Bowl. Or maybe it's Clemson proving the Notre Dame doubters right. Tied at 3 in the second quarter when the Tigers' offense flexes. Trevor Lawrence airs it out for Justin Ross, makes the grab, and stiff arms his way in for 6. Later in the second quarter, Lawrence searching for Ross once again. Found him down the seam. 42-yard catch and run, 16-3 Clemson. And right before the half, catch of the day.
Again, very tentative rush. Lawrence lofts it up to the end zone. Juggling catch made. Was it in bounds for T. Higgins? At least for the moment, the answer is yes.
His name is T. Higgins, and he's hosting the party tonight. A 20-point lead for Clemson at the half. They roar past the Fighting Irish. Hooray for more blowouts. Tigers play the winner of Oklahoma and Alabama in the national championship game.
All right, enough blowouts. Let's go to hockey. The Utah Grizzlies are home tonight hosting the Allen Americans at 7 p.m.
And in the NHL, your Vegas Golden Knights on the road against the Kings. For whatever reason, the Knights have struggled with lowly LA this season, dropping the last 2 meetings.
So something to prove today, I think, including a 4-3 loss in overtime just last Sunday, but Vegas got started early. William Carrier off the deflection. 1-0 Golden Knights. Then in the final seconds of the first period, Anze Kopitar ties it up for L.A. Vegas responds in the second. Alex Tuck off the assist from Paul Stastny. Vegas takes a 2-1 lead. And in the third, William Karlsson on the breakaway adds some insurance, his 15th goal of the season. Vegas wins 4-1. We'll check in on the Jazz when we come back. Welcome back. Let's check in with Utah Jazz, who are underway right now with the New York Knicks.
Yeah, the Jazz working to get back on track against the team with the second worst record in the NBA. The gift that keeps on giving, the Knicks. And as Jeremiah mentioned, the Jazz tipping off with New York. Big story for tonight, former Jazzman Enes Kanter back in Salt Lake City. You just saw him. Ricky Rubio. Also, Dante Exum to Rudy Gobert. Thank you very much. 2-0 Jazz. If some Rudy is good, more Rudy is better. Another slam. Derek Favors wants in on that action. From Joe Ingles, right now in the first quarter, the Jazz with a 6-point lead, 15-9.
Donovan Mitchell has his own shoe. This week, Mitchell unveiled his new Adidas signature Spider shoe, the Dawn, which stands for determination over negativity. The style of the shoe features a Spider-Man influence theme. Donovan's only the 18th current player out of 450 in the league to have his own shoe, and is the first Jazz player since the mailman, Karl Malone, to have a signature shoe. Congratulations, Donovan.
For me, it's like finally, I've known about this since about early July. So this is definitely a blessing, man. And I'm so blessed to have this happen and this opportunity. All smiles, like I said, my family, everybody that supported me, I thank them. But with this comes, more, so I have to build more, do more, and I know that. But at the end of the day, this is just the last. I want to shoot around and stuff like that. But yeah, they feel great, and you guys will like them out there.
Those shoes are going to be a hot item here in Salt Lake City. While the Jazz try to take care of business against the Knicks, let's take a look back at how the Jazz did the rest of the week.
Also, does Ben Simmons have his own shoe?
Well done. Touche.
How about a Christmas day to remember for the Jazz? They hadn't played one in 21 years, so let's rewind.
Merry Christmas. Get the coal miner hammer around the corner. Fragile. That must be Italian.
Yeah, you like that?
Portland Trailblazers making their first Christmas Day appearance. 1997, the last time the Jazz played on Christmas Day.
Takes on Nurkic. That push shot up and good. Great shot, great start. Donovan, 1 of 10 last time up in Portland.
Great start is right forward. That's the shot that Portland is going to allow Donovan to have all night.
Quick shooter, there it is. Korver, instant. Kyle Korver in the league. There's a turnover. Rubio punched it away. Korver picks it up. Elite pass to Donovan on top of the rim.
And here we go, Donovan.
Green, Crowder with some space to the rack. Tough shot. The follow by Rudy. The Crowder, 15 to shoot. Jay pumps up a 3.
To
down the barrel. That's down to 6. Donovan to his right. 3 balls up. Bang.
Wow. Big time move out front to clean
Jingle to his right. Pumps up a three. Why not?
Jingling Joe.
What a steal. That's what they get Gobert. Here's Ricky on a drive up top. Oh, Rudy. Merry Christmas. Eagles against Nurkic. They'll take the three. Bang.
Oh, he waved again. Who's he waving at? Gotta be Santa.
The Jazz went big, 117-96.
And Donovan Mitchell. Jazz fans feel like they stole one, that Rookie of the Year, from their guy last season. Here we go. It's time to play ball tonight in Salt Lake City. Korver. Hey, what a catch and finish by Kyle Korver. Beautiful pass by Mitchell. Right. Yeah. Ingles lost the handle. It was Korkmaz poked it free. Now in scramble mode. Korver gets it. It goes and one.
Movement of Kyle Korver has become contagious on this Jazz team.
Another opportunity here for Utah. Ingles ball fake, couple of them. Exum wide open for three. Offensive rebound. Free throw attempt. Caps a 4-point trail. Exum buries another one. He's hit two in the second quarter. 8-inch point advantage. Oh, look out! Oh, look out! Over in front of the rim. Well, you got it. But it's a flash.
Love what we saw from Dante in the Sixers game despite the loss. Jazz leading the Knicks 22-12 right now. We'll have highlights of that tonight at 10. So your first sports beat in the books?
We're through.
You want to come back and do another one on Sunday?
Yes, please. Just end the show so I don't screw up anything else.
You made it.